What makes this Gatsby guy so great? Throughout history, there have been only a handful of individuals who have been labeled great. The Great Bambino, Alexander the Great Houdini, and the self proclaimed Martin the Great, who lives in Pensacola, Florida, and just thinks the world of himself. Of course, you cannot compile a list of the all time greats without also mentioning the Great Gatsby. So, who is this guy, and what makes him great? Why do we take F. Scott Fitzgerald's word for it? What did he ever do that was so special? He never set any records. He never won any huge battles. Heck, he never even became captain of a chess club. And yet, there must be some reason that Gatsby got slapped with the great title. Unless he just really took Tony the Tiger's word to heart. There has to be more to it than that. Let's start at the beginning. Well, not that far back. Still too far. There it is. Is it because he's a rags to riches kind of guy? Our friend Jay's real name is James Gatz, kind of like our friends Mel Kaminsky, Robert Van Winkle, Alan Stewart Koenigsborg, and Jeffrey Dean Morgan. James wasn't thrilled about that Z in his name. Back in those days, it was an indicator that you were probably a foreigner, and foreigners weren't exactly embraced in New York back in those days. Because James didn't think his real name would allow him to go very far in life, he decided to take action and name himself. Initially, he was a little young to fill out his own birth certificate, so he had to wait until he was older. But as soon as he could, James Gatz, rural farm boy from North Dakota, went down to the DMV, filled out Form A-103B, and transformed into Jay Gatsby, swanky bootlegger from West Egg. But greatness can't simply be achieved by taking on a new identity, or else everyone would be doing it. So how does he get there? Sure, he works hard for the money, and the money from illegally selling alcohol is pretty great, but his business dealings are more than a little shady. Not that he's had many other options. He wasn't welcomed into the banking world, he didn't have the talent to be a doctor, and he couldn't throw a curveball to save his life. So what else was left for him to do? Unfortunately, because the job he settled on wasn't quite legal, we gotta dock some points on the greatness scale here, no? So why is Gatsby great? Is it because he's enigmatic? Sure, being enigmatic isn't an automatic qualifier for greatness. Carrot Top is enigmatic, but it would be a challenge to argue that he's great in any way, shape, or form. Well, maybe the hair. However, many people have attained a level of greatness much in part to their mysterious nature. During Nixon's Watergate scandal, the informer referred to as Deep Throat was more intriguing because of his unknown identity than because of the involvement in the scandal. Famous recluse J.D. Salinger is widely considered a phenomenal writer, but the iconic status he achieved has a lot to do with how secretive he has always been, not just with how much critical praise Franny and Zoe received. In the same way, the hushed whispers that followed Gatsby wherever he went contributed to an air of mysteriousness that upped his great factor. However, while being enigmatic can give a boost, to someone who is already pretty popular or talented or brilliant, it really isn't enough to qualify someone as great all by itself. That creepy, long-bearded fellow who lives at the end of your block is certainly enigmatic, but he hasn't done anything to thrust himself into the public eye. Revealing himself at your local park is about as close as he's come. So while Gatsby's enigmatic nature might contribute to his greatness, it can't be the whole story. Okay, then it must be because he completely reinvented himself, right? Well, most human beings make an effort to avoid change in our lives. We like to stay within our comfort zone. We prefer that stuff to be at least somewhat predictable, so that we can have some structure in our lives and achieve a sense of stability. But some individuals strive to break the mold, to reboot their identities. Robert Downey Jr. was headed down a slippery slope for a while there, lapsing into habits of drug and alcohol abuse and jail, but he reinvented himself and is now one of Hollywood's biggest A-listers. A kid named Bill Gates dropped out of college and started a failed business with his friend Paul Allen. Rather than just being another dropout who ended up sleeping on his parents' couch, he changed direction and now, well, you've probably heard his name mentioned once or twice. Most people would say that such turnarounds are pretty great, and add Mark Zuckerberg to the list. Like these other masters of the 180, Gatsby rejected the notion of settling. He upended every aspect of his life because he didn't want to end up as the man he started out to be. It took courage, cojones, and unremitting desire to improve his standing in society. So, which is it? In Shmoop's humble opinion, we're going to go with another option, love. Oh, come on, it isn't so bad. Can't you give love a try? Isn't it all you need? When it comes right down to it, Gatsby isn't all about the Benjamins. Behind the wads of cash and stacks of gold bars and swimming pool filled with pearls and rubies, Gatsby is really only interested in one thing: love. Specifically, the love of Daisy. Wrong Daisy, this one. Point being, none of Gatsby's millions mean anything to him if he can't have the hand of the woman he loves. In fact, the sole reason he raised himself from nothing in the first place was with the explicit goal of winning her heart. He wouldn't have anything to lose if he hadn't gained it all for Daisy's sake to begin with. Because love was Gatsby's motivating factor in accumulating his millions, it allows us to look at him in a different light. He wasn't spurred on by greed or a desire for control over others or any other such reprehensible objective. Love is a driving impulse all of us can get behind. We can even forgive a man for engaging in not entirely legal activities in the course of this pursuit. It is Gatsby's humanity, his capacity for love, and his proven willingness to sacrifice his own life for someone else's that demonstrates Gatsby's greatness. To Nick, at least. And to the two other people who show up at his funeral. But hey, like we said, this is only our take. Maybe he was great because he had really fantastic taste in smoking jackets. Maybe he was great because he played an awfully mean game of croquet. The tough part is that great can mean so many things. It can describe a villain whose actions are truly horrendous. It can refer to something that is the first and most original, or the biggest and best, or simply that which connects with the widest audience. It can be used to describe someone or something that is genuinely fantastic, or it can be used sarcastically or ironically to mock or to appease. Great haircut, Joel. Cue eye roll. Of course, because it is never clear quite where Gatsby's greatness is derived from, it is likely that we are meant to discuss and debate its origins. Fitzgerald never comes right out and tells us, so we're free to speculate. And so are you. We hope you do. Ciao.